Hey y'all, Chris Williams here. Just want to talk about the big lie that I feel like everybody's been told. We've all been brought up believing that water is good for us, which good quality water is. But I just want to show you some different perspectives on all that. Plus, being a parent, seeing some of these pH tests done on water before, kind of wanted to incorporate some of the stuff that we've been, putting into our kids. So we've got some different varieties of things and a little bit different way that I'm going to be doing the test, just to kind of bring a different perspective into it. Basically, what this test is designed around is basically a pH scale of being acidic or being alkaline. If something's acidic, obviously when you're born in an alkaline environment, your body's in pretty good health. But as you age, put a lot of different things into your body, and over time your body becomes acidic. And just like anything else, when you become acidic, you really start dying. So what this is a simple little test. Basically, in this glass right here, I've got just ordinary tap water we got out of the sink a little bit ago. This is just the Nestle Pure Life water. I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of this into it as we go. Be doing a little test on it. The next water we've got, I'm sure all my parents out there are very familiar with this, people with CPAP machines. This is like infant water. It's supposed to be the best stuff that you can make a bottle with for your children. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that in there. Next, we've got, another clever marketing gimmick, really kind of. This is a seltzer water. Basically, I picked it up at Walmart. It says it's 0 calories. Soda water, supposed to be good for you. Pour a little bit of that in there. You hear the carbonation as I open it up. The next thing we have is just the Propel water, kind of a mainstream water. A lot of people drink, grape flavored. Gave it to our kids a lot. It's supposed to be, it's water, great flavor. It should be good for them. So we'll put that in here. The next thing we've got, sure everybody's really familiar with, Sprite. It's really kind of representative of all soda that's out there. I'm going to open it up, pour a little bit in this glass. See the fizz? Yeah, that's got to be good for us. This one's actually for my son. I just wanted to kind of include this in there to kind of show him. This is actually, our kickstart, and I'm going to set it off to the side. It's a little bit different, just to make sure that we'll save it for last. It's kind of an energy drink. A lot of people drink those to kind of get going during the day. But really, the basis behind all of this test. All this is just, it's a pH tester drop that I'm going to put into the water. We'll start first with the water that just came out of the tap here. I'm going to go ahead and put a few drops in there and kind of see what color it changes on. So get it, kind of slosh it around in there, kind of hold it up. You see it's turning like a green color with that. Basically, that's going to be like water that's a neutral. Green's going to be kind of a neutral color coming out of the tap water. A lot of chemicals went into making it kind of that color. But next one would be the Nestle Pure Life. Put a few drops in there of it. And as you can see, it turns a little bit yellower than the tap water did. That's because it's set on a shelf for Lord knows how long. pH of it also chemically induced, not that great for you. This one might surprise a lot of people. I mean, this is what we're making, like I said, our baby bottles out of. A lot of people out there feel like that's probably the best water they could use for their children when they're doing that. Put a few drops in there. I don't know if you can see that real good or not, but it's actually yellow, almost orange. So that means it's very, very acidic. Not quite to the extent of some of the stuff, but still changes back a little bit green, so it's kind of, it's got an acidic overtone to it. Next is we've got the seltzer water here, the blueberry flavored, 0 calorie. It's supposed to be great for you. Put that in there. Turns pretty much a bright orange. That's going to be really acidic on a pH scale. Surprised me too with this, the Propel. You'd think, like I said, it's supposed to be good for you as well. Pay a little bit more for it. Should be a little bit better. Instantly turns orange. Now, the question becomes, well, if all this stuff is somewhat good for us. Some of it's better than others. What's the best stuff that we can really put in our bodies that could actually, help us get back to the alkalinity, the alkaline state that we were born in? Well, this has become a big question to me. The shirt that I got on, our daughter, Addison, she was diagnosed with Chiari malformation. It's a brain disease, but needless to say, she's got a few health issues, so we've been looking for anything and everything that we can do to kind of make sure that she has the best chance going forward, dealing with this, that she's going to be the healthiest as possible. So that's why we started looking around. Had a good friend, Nick Fitzgerald, do some trading and stuff with. Decided that he wanted to show me this. So this right here in this glass is Kangen water. We've got it, out of our machine just a few minutes ago, just to kind of show you the difference. This is what good water is supposed to look like. See how that turns a deep? Let me swirl it around. Oops, spilling a little bit, but swirling around. See how that turns a deep, dark purple? Well, what that means is on the alkaline scale, the pH of that is super, super alkaline. It's going to be super healthy for you to drink. All kinds of benefits that I won't get into in this video. Kind of save that a little bit for later. Now what I'm going to talk about is really the biggest lie us as parents have been told. It's a great marketing gimmick. Some guys have made a lot of money off of us. And a lot of people just never take the time to think about what they're putting into their kids. Us personally, like I said, like we were talking about a minute ago with our daughter, plus we've also got 2 other children. We want to do anything and everything to kind of make our family healthy. Not just us, but her. It's just we want to make our whole family healthy. The Sprite, that's made to represent all the Coca-Cola, Sprite, Mountain Dew, whatever. It's just clear so it'll test out a little bit easier for us. But when you put it in there, instantly turns orange too. Super acidic. And like with Coke and stuff, that's why cops carried it around in their back of their cars. If they ever come up on a crime scene or something like that, they pour it on the pavement to clean up the pavement. Can't be that great for your stomach or your body. Like I said, this little bad boy here, we're going to save for a little bit later. I'll do it kind of last. This is the kickstart here. Now what I want to talk about, though, is really the biggest lie us as parents have been told. Like I said, great marketing gimmicks. Right here we've got your Hawaiian Punch, the Kool-Aid Slammer. Got the Yum Tubbies and the bug juice and stuff that's all out there. Hey, this is supposed to be good for our kid, 100% juice. Even the clever little Minnie Mouse here, 100% apple juice. Supposed to be great for our kids. Let's see what that turns into. Gatorade, for a sports drink. Biggest, baddest sports drink on earth. So it's been hyped up. A lot of money went behind it. And the one that really surprised me, honestly, we'll get to it last kind of too, is the Juicy Juice. 100% real juice is what it says right on the bottle. WIC approved. Our government says it's great. If you're on WIC, you've got to pretty much get it and give it to your kids. So we kind of want to test a few things that, nobody else has really done. What I've done is, in front of all these, I've poured some of the Kangen water. I'll go ahead and put some drops in it. We'll turn it purple. With these being the color that they are, it's just a little bit harder to kind of demonstrate where they're a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water purple. Then we're going to add some drops into this and kind of see what happens just to give us a better visual. So I'll put a few drops in each one of these to kind of get them going to where they should be. Give them some time, stir them up a little bit here. So as you can see, the Kangen water obviously is what that is, purple. Stir this up a little bit, spill it all over the place, whatever, but it gets purple. Kind of do the same for the rest of them here. Deep dark purple, every one of them. Like I said, there's a lot more benefits to the water than just the fact that it's alkaline, but we'll save that for some other videos that I'm going to do in the future. So there we go. We pretty much spilt water everywhere and got everything purple. But the main thing is, like I said, now what we want to do is just see what happens when we add just a little bit of this stuff, into these glasses and kind of see what we end up with. So first we're going to do, like I said, this kickstart. like I said, this is my son, one of his favorite drinks. And he thinks it's good for him because it's made with juices and stuff like that in it to kind of get him going in the morning. But as you can see, pour a couple of drops in there, hardly anything at all. Look at that, instantly not purple. Acidic, super bad for you. This one, now, the next one is the Hawaiian Punch. You're gonna take, this is a 5 milliliter dropper. With all the medicine that Addison's on, we got tons of these laying around the house, so I just wanted to pre-measure it out, let everybody see that I'm putting the same amount in the rest of these. So let's see what happens when we add that in there. Turns almost clear. Slight yellow hint to it. Definitely not that great for us. Next one here, we've got the Kool-Aid Slammers. Everybody, I'm sure, fed these to their kids at some point in time. Put that in there, kind of see what happens to the water. Turns almost clear again. So basically, 5 milliliters of that going into that little bit of water totally destroyed the properties of that water that it was made up in. Next thing we got here is the bug juice, or yummy tummies, whatever you want to call them, all the same thing. Put a little bit of it in there. Instantly, water turns clear, starts making its way, and you'll notice this changes over time. It's kind of giving you a false indication. It'll act like it's going to go clear and be good and stuff, and then as it sits there, if you look back, yellow. Let it sit there a little bit longer. This one's a little bit greener, not quite as bad. But next we got the, like I said, the Good to Grow 100% apple juice. Should be, you know, something that's going to be good for us to put in our kids' bodies. Put that in there. Same thing happens, except this actually turns a little bit quicker to the acidic side, a lot faster. Just let those sit there. As you can see, as you let it sit there, it really kind of makes its own determination. These glasses keep doing, you know, a little bit different. With the Gatorade here, you know, it's the blue. Everybody, Michael Jordan, everybody wanted to be like Mike when I was growing up. Gatorade has, you know, always dominated the sports drink industry. Put it in there, instantly, same thing happens. You see it turn, acts like it's going to be good for you, clear. Give it a second, sit there, and see what happens. We'll go back and look at all these when we're done. Now this one, like I said, this is the one that's government approved, WIC. You know, hey, this is what you should be putting in your kids. This is what the government wants you to spend the money on. If you're on WIC or whatever, they only let you buy certain things, but this is what they would want you to buy. So what I want to do on this one is put it in there and just watch what happens to it. Same thing. Slowly let them sit there. Now, let's go back down here. So this was Sprite. Now look at it. Now let it sit there for a few minutes. How acidic that truly is. Bright, bright orange. This, a little bit more water in there. Kickstart, bright, bright orange. Now, this is actually a green. So that 5 cc's of this juice turned probably, that's about a 16-ounce glass of water that was solid purple to a light green to a neutral color. 5 cc's is all it took to do that. Same thing. This is kind of clear, still got the green hint to it. 5 cc's. 5 cc's. These are 14 ounces, y'all. This, I mean, when you pour a glass, typical glass is 12 ounces. But on this, put a little bit of that in there. 5 cc's is all it took to totally trash a whole glass of good water. The Yummy Tummies, slight green, it's kind of a neutral. 5 cc's is all it is put in there. So now what happens, you know, same thing here, the juice, except the juice is yellow. It's even more acidic. So 5 cc's of that juice made this turn way yellow. Now, the Gatorade, it's chilling. It's kind of clear, almost good for you kind of look to it. And then you get down here, to that. And that was with 5 cc's. When's the last time you ever seen your kid drink 5 cc's of anything? So what really happens if they drink, say half a glass of each one of these, just a little bit. So you want to add a little bit more juice in here, just a dab of each one of these. Let's get some real color to it. Nowhere near a whole bottle, but just to give you a little bit more of an indication. So that'll give you a little bit more as far as the color, like really what you could expect. Let them sit there for a second. But the strangest thing is, with these waters down here, I can take Keegan's Still Purple, just chilling down here. You can put just a little bit in there. And watch what happens to all those waters. Tap water, not so much. Let's pour a little bit more in there. He's being tricky. A lot of chemicals in that. We'll finally get them the purple on the tap. But the thing is, when you get into these other waters here, like this is the soda water, you can pour it in there. Good luck changing that. Propel, pour it in there. Good luck changing that back. Sprite, not gonna happen. Same thing, energy drink here. Let's do it this way. So this is the Kangen water. We'll show you, this is a whole picture of it. Nice and purple. All that. Let's stir up a little bit. Pour this energy drink in there. Just a little bit. Whole picture. Ain't no purple left. Bright yellow. So, I mean, basically, with this, what I wanted to just show is, look at that. All that's a gallon pitcher that just a little bit of this stuff put back in there, may turn that color. But with these, even the juices, now look at them, if they've sit there for a minute and really changed their color. Red. Take that. I mean, this is juicy juice. Like I said, I'm going to pour it in here just to show you all what I'm talking about. Like, you can pour that in there. Got about a half a pitcher left here is about all I've got. But we're going to pour it in there and see if we can get it anywhere near purple. Not happening. 100% juice. Wick approved. This is what we're supposed to be putting in our kids' bodies. So, I mean, basically that's just about all I've got to say tonight. I just wanted to kind of open some eyes and make people see and realize, like, the big lie that we have been told as parents. This stuff is garbage, y'all. You don't need to put it anywhere near your kids if you want them to be healthy. We've got options out there. If you're interested in learning more, just get with one of the guys. We'll be happy to explain to you. This isn't really a sales pitch. This is more to just kind of put a truth out there that nobody else wants to share, because there's millions and millions of dollars tied up in all this marketing that this is good for our kids, or this water is good for our kids. Really, the only water I know that's good for our kids is Kangen water. And that's all of my kids are going to be allowed to drink from anywhere going forward. But thank y'all for listening. Have a great day.